Hey guys, welcome back to the Joe Jaguar Show, your best friend in astronomy, science, and telescopes. Well, I hope at least one of them. Let's take a look at this alt-azimuth mount. Now, do you guys remember this? When I got the Takahashi FS102, it came on this mount. Why not a great opportunity to talk about this mount? So I did a little bit of research and found out a little bit about it. So obviously it's a Takahashi name brand, and it's a fork arm. It's a single fork arm, and it kind of reminds me a bit of the Explore Scientific. I would say a few different reasons why people would use an alt-azimuth mount versus like an equatorial mount of some sort is for a few different reasons. One, people don't want that counterweight and shaft that normally comes with it. They just want to go outside, plop it down, and you can just angle it in any direction and just start viewing. Maybe the next thing might be people don't want to polar align. That's making your mount align to the celestial North Earth pole. Some people think it takes a long time. Now, I did do a video about that several months ago, and it's called The Misconceptions of an Equatorial Mounted Telescope. Okay. And so those are probably the two primary reasons why. But mind you, most alt-azimuth mounts do not come with slow motion controls. Those, I think, are the worst, because just to pan with your hand is not good enough, especially when you're talking about astronomy. Unless you're talking about like low power, 20 or 30 power, maybe up to 60 or 70 power, and you're just looking for low power, wide field viewing, that could work. But normally I think with any mount, like equatorial, alt-azimuth, fork arms, or single fork arm, it should really have slow motion controls. There is one more thing. Now, high power viewing on an alt-azimuth mount, I think is a little tricky, because the alt-azimuth mount does have slow motion controls on this one, or some of them will travel slightly different than on an equatorial mount, meaning that it will it'll move in this direction, then up, then left, and right. It's kind of like steps. Now we know that the sky does not travel like that. It travels more in an arc, and that's why like equatorial mounts are great, because you can tilt it to your latitude, polar align to the North Star, and then once you do that, the sky's only moving in one direction. So your slow motion control is very easy to just even go ahead of the object and let it trail for you to view. But that's okay. Everybody has their own preference. So again, I think people that are looking for something like this is going to be somebody that doesn't want to worry about polar alignment, doesn't want the extra weight of the counterweight and stuff. Now forget about this ring right here, because this obviously they put it to match the telescope. So, but this mount was originally sold, without the ring, depending on what telescope you have. So obviously this is a Takahashi, so it's a high-end level mount. What's nice about this fork arm, comparing to some of the other alt-azimuth or side mount alt-azimuth, is that it's a nice and large. Now, if you guys know, I was trying to see if I can make a 8-inch telescope fit in an alt-azimuth mount. The Celestron Omni is just way too small, so I ordered a Sparta AZ mount from AliExpress, which is the duplicate of what the Vixen ported to. The problem is the arm on that one is really short. So something like an 8-inch, even if I could hold it okay-ish, does not let it swing. It kind of hits the base. So that's the problem on some of those. Now on this one, it's actually fairly big, long, and it actually curves around. So I think you could have a lot more play and clearance depending what scope you have here. It does have a couple locking nuts right here, so you can lock it down, and then that way also has slow motion control, as you can see me moving it right now. And then on this axis, it has a locking nut here, And then you have your slow motion control here, which I'm not sure if you can see the tube turning. It's just moving slightly. Anyway, Takahashi does not make this anymore. It's been discontinued. There was a version 1, which was, I don't remember exactly what the article said. I just skimmed through it. But there was something where it wasn't working. Maybe it was the slow motion controls or the locking thing. It wasn't working properly. Then they made a version 2. Now, I don't see anything wrong with this type of thing. So I think this is probably the version 2 where it's been corrected. But even still, it is not made anymore by Takahashi. I'm not 100% why they stopped. Maybe there wasn't enough demand. Maybe it was expensive. Maybe Takahashi doesn't want to make another or doesn't want to make any more alt-azimuth mounts. I'm not sure. Here you have your little 120 thread. So if you wanted to put your camera on here, DSLR, or a little simple camera, cell phone type of thing, and it could take some shots while you're here. Now, the original price of this guy without this ring is about, from what I researched, $176 US. So Canada is probably around $250, $225, around there, just off the top of my head. And then this fork arm type of thing up to here was $450 US. So that's not really cheap. And then this guy is where I'm kind of finding a hard time finding it. Tripods, there's so many different makes and models type of thing, and so many companies, and then they change all the time. If you guys have any other information that you want to give me on this guy, would be appreciated down in the comments. Now, let me get you close up to this mount here. I'll show you a little bit about it. Now, from my quick research that I did on a mount this size of the name type of thing, I'm getting between, now in Canada, mounts that are roughly around $500 to $900. That's as far as I lowered it. This black part here, I believe it's about 1.25 inches steel lays. Here, this middle part is about 2-inch steel laid. And you could also loosen this thumb screw here, and then if you need more height, you can raise it up to about there. Now that's pretty high, unless you have a really long refractor type of thing, and you want to, observe standing up or straight, whatever. But it goes up that high. You have that capability if you want. But I would say more stable, the further it is down. Okay. Now, I am going to test it a little bit. We can go outside and we can look at Venus through this guy and the 102, because the ring is made for the 102. I might as well just check it out and see how it performs. But overall, I think it was pretty good. Again, I don't know why Takahashi stopped making it. I'm not sure if they replaced it with anything else. I don't think so. But if you guys like alt-azimuth mounts and you don't want to worry about polar alignment, the counterweight, and you just want something to plop down, this seems to be decent. I mean, it kind of seems to me like an Explorer Scientific Twilight, similar to that. But of course, this feels a bit more thicker, and the steel is a bit more robust, and you're probably paying for the name brand as well, of course. Anyway, let me show you what the tripod name and serial number looks like. Okay guys, I easily found Venus with the eyepiece, work for high power views, and to show you guys on video. I could try get my equatorial mount where everything can lock down nice and tight, but let me give it a try. Okay, there it is. Again, I'm not sure if this mount is the best to do some videos or astrophotography, or how shaky it is. There's Venus with an 18 millimeter. Okay, so 820 divided by 18, we get 45 power. So really not a lot. Okay, that's as high as I could blow it up on a cell phone. That's 9 times on a cell phone, but it is very shaky on this mount for this power. Next time I have to use, the EQ6, so it's more solid, there's better tracking, and it's gonna be not as shaky, but obviously, okay, right now it's okay when I'm not touching it, but as soon as I touch it, there's no way. So there's Venus there. So that's a quick little test. Again, 18 millimeters, and then I'm blowing it up on the screen, which I could probably get a better shot if I just do a stronger eyepiece. But anyway, there's a quick test of Venus there. So this is a Slick Professional Design 2, made in Japan, so obviously a good quality. There's a serial number there. Now, even when I type that in, all that info, again, I'm still not getting 100%. I can't find this type of tripod. So again, all I see is one similar to this quality, probably is, about 500 to 900. That's a big spread, I know, but I apologize. That's all I can see right now. And you know what? That's it. So that's what this guy's about. Okay, guys, thank you for watching the video. And like, comment, and subscribe. If you know anybody that is getting into astronomy, please share the link with them. If you guys are on any of the forums in the US, the UK, or wherever, and somebody's asked maybe about a video like this, please share it, or another video that I've done. If you'd be so kind as to share it, I would appreciate it. I also do have now a members video, which means now once a month I'm going to put a video specifically only for people that are on the members forums with me. It's only 99 cents a month. I'm also going to put your name in the description, and that helps me a little bit. Of course, everything that my channel is mainly about, reviews, comparisons, and that type of thing. And it does cost a lot to get all these products to show you guys. I have done videos of the planets, star clusters, showing you guys in the eyepiece what I see. Those are great too. Now, if you don't want to join the members forum, that's okay. You don't have to. I have over 200 videos, I think. So there's a lot that you guys can enjoy. But if you want to go on the members and join, I would appreciate it. Help grow the channel. And again, why not you? Why not me?